Welcome to Solid 9. We're here doing a review for Jurassic World that we just saw probably like, what, 20 minutes ago?
We just got out there 20 minutes ago.
From this. Yeah.
How long was the drive back?
I don't know.
There was a bunch of traffic.
There was a bunch of traffic. Probably 20, 30.
We're here not here to review the traffic, we're here to review dinosaurs.
We could if we wanted to.
I swear to God, old people driving. -10 out of 10.
New show, we reviewed the traffic.
Should we clarify that there should be spoilers? Because I feel like people would...
Spoilers.
I was just
Future Connor, put a spoiler.
You know what, let me do it professionally. Let me do it professionally. If you've seen our Age of Ultron review, you know what's coming. There's gonna be spoilers.
And if you haven't seen our Age of Ultron review,
then what the fuck are you doing?
You are the worst kind of human being.
Turn off your computer, go buy a new one, open that up, go on to youtube.com/solid9, watch all of our videos from the beginning on, get to Age of Ultron, then you can do whatever you want, just get to that point, and then you go, okay, now I understand what's going on, and then watch
that. If you bitch about anything, you're allowed to bitch about the lack of video.
Make 7 accounts on YouTube, subscribe to us on all 7 accounts, and then unsub on one, then make another account, and then resub on that.
Can we talk about the movie, please?
Yeah,
okay.
No, fuck you. This isn't about the movie.
Alright, let's get to the movie then. We're gonna go around, say what we liked, then we'll go around again, say what we didn't like, and then we'll give it an overall rating out of 10.
We're assuming that the people watching this have seen the movie.
I think this is a sequel that Jurassic Park needed, other than those other two. Because this one is actually pretty awesome. Like, so the action is really good. That fight at the end with the T-Rex and the Indominus.
And the Velociraptor.
And the Velociraptor. It's awesome.
It keeps escalating and it's fucking beautiful.
It's amazing. Chris Pratt's awesome, obviously, as he usually is.
Yeah.
And quite the looker.
Yes, looker, yes. Yes.
The Indominus Rex was a lot more threatening than I thought it would be. It's very weird and creepy. And there's a lot of humor in the movie I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Like in Ultron, I was also expecting it to be like darker and more serious throughout the whole thing, but it was actually like there were like within scenes that are like dark and like creepy, there are like jokes and stuff that Chris Pratt makes that I actually enjoyed a lot. There are also a lot of homages to the first Jurassic Park movie that I really appreciated. There's a whole section where they go back to the area in the first Jurassic Park movie, but I feel like I'm saying too much now, so now I'm going to go to Jake.
I loved all of it. I thought all of it was wonderful. What I really liked is a big issue before the movie came out is people were like, and I've ranted about this.
I know, Jake.
We're going into the Velociraptor.
This was all.
Put your hats on. I got angry.
Wait, aren't we just doing pros right now?
Yeah.
I was arguing in a positive way for the movie before seeing it.
Yeah.
So people before they saw the movie, they're like, Velociraptors that are on the good side. What? This trash movie. And then I was like, and they're like, how will they listen to humans? And they explain it, and it actually makes sense. I think it works, and then from watching the movie, I guess I don't know, engine, I don't even know what kind of, they're just assholes. Yeah. Their company, they're like, oh, Velociraptors, let's put some weapons on them, let's put them out on the battlefield, and let's go fuck people up. And then Chris Pratt's the only sane person going like, I don't think that's a good idea.
And actually, when he's like,
his sidekick was there with him, it's just, and
they're just like, and then all shit happens at the park, and then we're like, yeah, we're gonna hunt one dinosaur with 4 other dinosaurs. And they're like, all right, and they do it, and of course it doesn't go well. But like the way they interacted with Chris Pratt, he was the alpha male of the raptor pack, and then like the Indominus Rex was like, I guess, I don't know, challenging him for the position of an alpha. Yeah, he just talked to the raptor.
Yeah, the front raptor.
Yeah. And the part raptor can communicate with the raptor.
And it's a super smart, scary, holy fuckosaurus.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. My favorite part was definitely the raptors, because like you see it like progress, like you see right at the beginning, and he's just kind of like doing drills with them, and then you see like a little bit of exposition going on, like a little bit of foreshadowing, and then it melds nicely through the movie. So that's I like that.
I like when they brought in the T-Rex.
There we go.
I'm sitting there in the theater, and they're like, you know...
Yeah, Matt was sitting right beside me. He's like, I think they're bringing out the T-Rex.
Well, I didn't say T-Rex. I said, I think I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. And I was like, do it. I was like sitting there like the joke. I'm like, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. And then she did it, and it was awesome. And there's the T-Rex.
You know what my favorite part about that scene was?
What?
She had the flare, like, fucking...
Yeah, like...
In the first movie.
Yeah, like,
That was
like,
amazing.
it was... And also, like, I like how... Like, the first movie, obviously, shit goes
I don't
down.
even know where she got the flare, and I don't care.
Doesn't
but
matter!
It's awesome.
Oh, she pulls it out of like an emergency kit on the wall.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Gotcha.
I thought what that was.
Yeah.
And I also like how, obviously, in the first movie, shit goes down before the park's even open. So there's a lot less casualties. I also kind of like how much more of a threat when shit goes down at Jurassic World when it's finally finished.
Yeah, like, everything breaks down.
Yeah, because, like, when you have, like, the park when it's not even open, you know, there weren't a lot of people on the island anyway at that
There was
point.
only, like, 6 or 7.
Yeah, and, like, you know, of course there's a lot more casualties.
Now
because
there's 20,000 people, and they're all gonna die.
yeah, so that was a much higher threat. And
Yeah.
it really showed us how, like, fucking dangerous. And I'm not gonna lie, with the exception of all the shit that goes down once the Indominus escapes, I'd still go to Jurassic World. Like, I love fucking theme parks like that. It just looks like,
You just want to ride the Triceratops.
I want to ride the baby Triceratops. It's so cute, and there's like a little brachiosaur, and the kid was hugging, and I was like, oh my god, this needs to be a thing, but don't put all the deadly dinosaurs that can kill people. Like, that's a bad idea, but like, keep it just like, you know...
You don't want the giant bird cage. You don't want that.
No, I don't want the giant bird cage at all. I don't want those fucking creepy ass, like, half pterodactyl, half velociraptor things. Like, that's nature's mistake. That they deserve to die. That's like a fucking flying piranha, and I don't want it in my Jurassic Park. I don't want it in my Jurassic World. Just keep it out. Just give me my baby Triceratops, and just let me ride it and
What
feed
about
it.
the pterodactyls that impale helicopter pilots?
I didn't realize their beaks were that sharp.
That was one of my favorite like shots of the movie. Is just
They
the
had the-
pterodactyl's head just goes through.
They had a fucking mission.
So that happened. I was just like, what?
It's like
holy
finally.
Like, I know half the action.
I was waiting 3 movies for that to happen.
I know half the action is, you know, supposed to be taken seriously and stuff, but like, I couldn't stop laughing at some point.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
As soon
most
as
of
you
the
see the
matches.
scene of all the security guys arming up, you just see this entire room of guys, and it's like, you just point at them all and go, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead,
Oh my God,
you're
and-
dead, you're dead, oh, and you with the taser, you're
And
dead.
the one, like, I know me and Zach call this part, but like, when the Indominus is first fighting was, one guy died because a tree falls on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was not expecting to walk into a Jurassic Park movie and have a tree kill somebody. That's a first.
Alright.
Alright, Zach, go. I'm
Zach.
Alright, so yeah, I thought a lot of the deaths were funny. I don't know if this was because I'm fucked up, but that could be, I've been told. So,
That's probably.
I laughed at like all of them pretty much.
yeah, because it's like, I caught on to a lot of the people that were going to die and shit, so it wasn't really surprising to me, so I was easily amused. But I definitely like this movie compared to the second and third one. I can't really think of anything that was like really great that I lost my mind over. The big dino fight in the end was great. I loved that. Yeah, I don't really have anything new to add than anything different from what these guys said, so I'll have more for when it comes to cons, though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Perfect.
No, it's only a couple things.
Alright. So, things we didn't so much like. We brought this up earlier on the car ride back, but they didn't use a lot of. I don't think they used like any practical effects.
The Brachiosaur, I think, when Chris Pratt
that
was,
was-
that was cracked,
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, but besides
sense.
that,
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't have a problem with CGI, but it's like I miss the practical T-Rex.
Did they practical the Velociraptors on the close-ups, or was that still CG?
I think it was
I
CG.
think that was CG.
I think it was.
It looked a little too
Yeah.
fake to be CG.
Yeah, and also like the kids themselves, like I like them as characters, but I don't feel like they served the story enough. They just felt like they were there just to be the victims.
It didn't really hamper the entire movie too much. It was just kind of like, it wasn't
It's not a
really-
huge thing. It's just
No, it was
like-
kind of like, it was kind of unnecessary,
It's
but
just that, like it's more of Chris Pratt and what.
Bryce
the girl's
Dallas,
name?
it's Claire,
Yeah.
but I just call her Bryce Dallas
Yeah,
Howard.
it's more of their story than it is the kids, and
Yeah.
the kids are just kind of.
But I think she would have been, Claire would have been like still a bitch if it weren't for like oh shit, my nephews are out in the shit storm.
They're more there.
I think they made
to
her
serve.
arc.
They're more there to serve Claire's character than to actually move the story along. They bring up their divorce thing with the parents, and that never goes anywhere. But besides that, I can't really think of anything else. I really enjoyed it. What about you, Jake?
For cons, I don't know. Some of the, I guess some of the genetic altering that for the Indominus Rex, it's a little bit like, like we were talking, and then like I think Zach brought this up originally, and like I've been thinking about it, about the early on. It's you see like claw marks whenever they Chris Pratt first goes and visits the I don't know, the exhibit that it's in, and there's like claw marks, and then they're like oh shit, I think it got out, and then it didn't get out. It just used its heat cloaking.
Because they
tree frog DNA.
Because they can't track its heat signature.
But they changed its body temperature.
But it's tracking things saying it's still in the cage, and they're like, oh shit, it's still in the cage.
I don't disagree with the I don't know. I think there's no way to like answer because it's like genetically enhanced or whatever. At that point, I would say that would probably be like the point where you're like, I don't think it would be that smart. To set up like such an intricate trap, like oh I'm gonna fake claw marks and then I'm gonna hide in the trees, and then when they think I'm gone, I'll attack them. Like, but everything else like seemed fun. Like I understand like whenever the tracking thing was like in its back and it's like okay I know where that is, and they just rips it out. Like I think that's enough because like it fucking like takes a chunk out of itself, and it's like yep all right. Because like even if it doesn't know what it's for, it's like that's not part of me, and I think it can like think enough for that to make sense.
And also, I read somewhere, like I said before, I don't know if it's true or not, but
I don't think it has human DNA in it.
I read somewhere that had human DNA, and I didn't know.
I read the same thing.
If that's true, then I would understand the trap set. Then that would make sense. But then,
but if not, I suppose you could just say like raptor
human
DNA.
DNA seems like it kind of seems silly though. You know,
it doesn't do anything too inherently human.
No, which is why I was up. When I first read it was human DNA, I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
Like, if it had started, like, chatting with Chris Pratt, then I would have been like, maybe it's got some human DNA in there.
Alan. Owen.
Fucking what else? I didn't really care for, like, the fucking, I don't remember his name. The current owner of the park, the,
it was Ronnie.
Is that his name?
I just called him the Indian.
He's like, we're gonna need a chopper, like, driver. He's like, I got this, and then fucking just dies.
As soon as I'm like, I knew exactly this is gonna go down, and he crashed. I'm like, I'm so glad that happened.
What happened to the original pilot? Like, I know he was vomiting, but like, still, like, wouldn't he still be there?
I wouldn't blame him to not want to get in the helicopter with that guy.
Like, yeah, dude,
but to be fair, the only reason the helicopter crashed is because it did come under attack by the terrorists.
The way I see it is that like that was like emergency, like nobody else was around that could fly, so he was like, oh, I kind of have my license. So it was more of like an emergency.
My question was like, there's really nobody else that can fly the job.
I'm saying like literally anybody else. You could have put the fucking kids in that thing, and they would have been able to fly.
Because right at the beginning, like he's completely sober, and he's driving like he's under the influence of so many different things.
That was the thing, because like at the beginning, he's all like wobbly and shit, and as soon as I saw that, I remembered the scene from the trailer where the helicopter crashes into the thing, and I'm like, I know exactly what's happening next.
Other thing, I don't know. Maybe this would be the last one. Maybe the younger brother. Depending on what his age is, like he did seem kind of like a little too knowledgeable for certain things. Like I don't know, but maybe not, because like they were talking and they were like, oh yeah, we worked on cars before and stuff. Like I think you can like.
That's the problem with kids in movies a lot, is that they want to make them seem smart, they go overboard sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's because like they usually like cast like older people to play younger roles.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I mean, they can't just be a stupid kid. You know?
Yeah.
They have to like. Yeah. Bring something to the table, so I understand. I don't know. I didn't have too many problems with it.
It's also just because like he's like really like fascinated with like knowledge of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He's not just like the typical like let's play some sports outside, mom.
Yeah, because you'd think
that to like stay inside and like learn.
Because you'd think in a world where dinosaurs can be like made pretty much again, that studies on like dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures would be more accessible and like more popular. Because nowadays it's like, well, they're fucking dead. What's the point? But like. In a world where like it'd be like studying like animals in like that are living now.
Yeah.
I don't really have any other cons, but I noticed something interesting in the like the earlier movies. Whenever with Alan Grant, like I think in the first one, he's like these aren't dinosaurs, these are fucking monsters, and then they said that again in this one. But then I don't know, the Chris Pratt was like with not with the Indominus Rex, but with the other ones, like he calls them animals. So I don't know. I think it got to a point where he was like they are like recreating like life, or like it got advanced enough to where it's like they're animal enough, and then like they made the fucking Frankenstein dinosaur, and they're like, yeah, that's that. Yeah. All right, well, I think that's it for me.
Okay, so here's my main problem with the movie. Every single character except for Chris Pratt is a fucking idiot. Like, literally, everybody's like, either, and like, Bryce Dallas Howard, she gets better, but like in the first like half of the movie, she's like, oh,
I don't think you can qualify someone as an idiot just because they like money.
No, but like, a lot of this that they make doesn't make like I feel like he's the only one that is like, noticing like he says the best, like, you made a new dinosaur, probably not a good idea. I'm like, yes, you're finally fucking thinking this through, like, and I just kind of feel like everyone just kind of is like...
But the people who made the dinosaur made it with the intention of it being a weapon.
I know, but like, at the same point, like, just... It's just my problem with Jurassic Park as a whole. Like, I love the first movie. I haven't seen the other two, but like, I love the first one, because like, you know, it's a good movie, but at the same time, like, the entire plot of Jurassic World and Jurassic Park rely on the fact people running it are fucking chimps. Like... It's just a fact you kind of have to accept to enjoy the movie, but it just still kind of irks me a little bit. And the other thing is,
it's the power of greed, man.
Yeah,
it's all that money.
Fuck corporations. But to piggyback what Connor said about the dinosaurs, like, I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but I don't think they look as good as they did in the first Jurassic Park. And that's probably because they use more CGI, and it just it doesn't look as good to me. Like, I know they use CGI in the first one, but like, it looks so good you can't tell the CGI from the practical effects.
Because it's actually there. Like,
yeah,
you know, like
and in this one they used a lot more CGI, so they just didn't look as real. That just could be me. Let me think about this. I think pretty much I just agree with what you guys said pretty much.
Okay, I guess I'll go then. So for cons, Connor kind of touched on it. I didn't like the kids that much. They had this whole setup with like the family and stuff, and in like the first 5 minutes, but then they're like, oh no, just the kids are going to the park, and it's like, okay. Turns out they're going to go hang out with their aunt, who's Claire is the name of the character.
Yeah.
Claire, yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, so they're gonna go stay with their aunt, and you find out early on that they haven't been with her for like 7 years, so it's like supposed to be this whole bonding thing. And then it's like, we're following these kids around, and the older brother's a dick for the first half of the movie.
He's a total tool.
The younger brother's like 150% the entire first half of the movie.
There's a point in the movie where we leave them for a really long time and just focus on Chris Pratt.
It was just like, I was so happy to move on to Chris Pratt, so I was like, please, get me away from these kids.
Mm-hmm.
But they do kind of redeem themselves when the shit actually hits the fan. And they have like a small little brother bonding arc. But don't be confused. Claire and Owen are definitely the main characters.
Yeah.
Because they go through like the biggest thing.
I just want to say, like, not to judge you, but like that one line that the kid has when they're like, "Can we stay with you?"
Yeah.
And Claire's like, "I'm never leaving you again." And they're like, "No, we mean him." It's just like the best
so
thing ever.
They're saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
But like before we leave them for a long time, we find out that their parents are getting divorced, and it's mentioned in passing pretty much. Like, it has this whole scene with like the little brother is crying and stuff, and then we move on and it's never touched on again. And it was just like, you've probably wasted like 2 or 3 minutes of screen time for something that does not matter to the plot.
I think they needed something to make the brothers bond.
There was already enough tension between the brothers because they were just so different from each other. And the mother already points out that sometimes the older one can be a little mean.
That's because he's just getting the puss.
I mean, okay, like, I agree. No, they did need something to like bond over, but with
fucking dinosaurs not enough for you guys.
But like with something as big as like a divorce, you should probably bring that back up later on.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was one of those things that if you're going to bring it up, it needs payoff because that's a big thing for a kid.
They could have done it when they met back up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But they kind of did. They just kind of hugged and the movie was over.
The real thing that happens between the brothers, though, is that it's mentioned even more in passing that Big Brother's going off to college soon and little brother doesn't want him to go. And then that actually pays off. And it's like, why would you shadow this with the divorce in the conversation earlier?
Yeah.
So they should have just left divorce and made it about Big Brother leaving.
And also, like, when they had the parents at the beginning, they don't seem like they were going through a hard time. They seem perfectly fine. And then just out of nowhere, it's like, we're like...
For the whole, like, 8 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, and I get, like, some of it's because, you know, you're around your kids, you don't want to seem like you're bad, but the kids go off at some point, the parents have a conversation. I thought at least, like...
That's true.
Yeah, they may have seemed like a little bit... There's like no tension, it's just like...
Being in a household with parents, like... I don't want to try to get all personal and everything, but I've been in a household where parents are divorcing. That tension can be seen by people who don't know the situation.
Yeah.
And it just was not on screen.
There wasn't any facial expression.
In my opinion, those first 5 minutes should have just been cut from the movie because it didn't really have a payoff of any sort.
They probably just could have started it right at the airport.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They could have done that.
And had a different actress because I'm sure she got paid ridiculous money for those few minutes.
I want to say that. I want to say that right now. What a fucking waste of Judy Greer. Like, I love Judy Greer. She's hilarious in Arrested Development. She's hilarious in Archer. She's hilarious in every single thing she's in. And she's completely wasted in this movie. Like, I'm glad
she has what, like maybe a minute of screen time?
like, I'm glad she's in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm really glad Judy Greer's in it. She was very... I thought she was good for what she was given.
Yeah.
I think she's pushing maybe around 10 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, but oh my god, you could have put anybody in that role, like, give her a more substantial role.
You could have gotten somebody off the street.
You could have been like, hey, you want to play a fucking mom? But it's like, she's a...
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just me.
And then my only other major con, as Jake brought it up, was the Indominus setting up the trap.
Yeah.
The whole thing, why they go into the cage, is that they can't find it on the thermal cameras. I want to know how the thing's smart enough to know that there are thermal cameras in there and how thermal cameras work. So I just think that was like a small little plot hole, just excuse to get them in there.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't bring down the movie. It didn't really occur to me until after I saw it, so it's definitely not hurting.
I'm still trying to think about it.
I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's just like
it's just an oversight kind of
in the
thing.
back of your head, yeah.
It's just like something I think you gotta kind of have to accept. Like,
Kind of like the Eagles and Lord of the Rings.
I think,
yeah. There's an explanation for that, but I'm not going into it. This isn't a Lord of the Rings video.
I think because like at the beginning, or near the beginning, whenever Claire was talking to one of the or no, she was talking to the owner.
Yeah.
I always forget his name.
Ms. Ronnie,
yeah, whatever.
Ms. Ronnie or whatever.
They were talking, and then he's like, "Can it see us?" And then she's like, "Well, it can like see like your thermal or whatever."
Yeah.
And that's why later on, whenever they group all the people in the center, they're like, "That's fucking stupid," because it's like, oh, look at all those like heat like masses.
Look at this
going there.
red spot in my vision.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that it could see it through the glass.
I just thought of like another thing. There's one point in the movie where the Indominus camouflages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it never does it again.
That was actually another con I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
The fact that it's
like
camouflage?
No, it's not the fact that it can camouflage, the fact that it doesn't use
it, yeah.
camouflage ever, except for that one scene.
Yeah.
This con is kind of like a two-parter because it's like, it can camouflage like you said, but it never uses it again.
Maybe it feels like it doesn't need to.
That could also be.
I mean, it
Because
could be.
they said like it was trying to figure out where its place in the food chain was. Like maybe at that point it's like, oh, I'm the fucking top. I don't need to hide from anybody.
I suppose
Yeah.
that could be
that's just like a little nitpick.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay,
a huge deal. But
My other part of the con was Carter saying this reminded me was the fact that they created a hybrid and they're going to reveal this dinosaur to the world as a hybrid, but it's classified what it's mixed with. Don't you think people would want to know what's in there? So then they send these security guards out there to go hunt this thing, and they don't even tell it what it's capable of. And it turns out this thing can camouflage itself, and they're like, "Oh shit, it can camouflage."
I don't think Claire knew.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Nobody knew.
Nobody
Only the
except for like,
scientists.
I don't even think fucking Wu knew. Like, I think he was just like, oh, we put,
I think Wu knew.
we put cuttlefish, we put,
Wu knew
I
because
thought,
Wu made the
As soon as they brought it up, it's like, "Oh yeah, we put this animal."
no, I knew Wu put the stuff in it, but I thought he was kind of like, we put cuttlefish in it, but I didn't think it would be able to fucking camouflage or whatever.
Well, they also put frog DNA in the original Jurassic Park dinosaurs, and they didn't think their sex would.
Like I said, everybody except for Chris Pratt's a fucking idiot,
This is like-
especially the scientists.
They know what it's capable of. They just there was huge corporate espionage going on that
Oh,
plays
yeah.
out throughout the
Yeah.
entire movie.
The fact that
Wu
the fact
and
that it's
Jen
DNA
know everything that's going on, but nobody else does.
Yeah, the fact that its DNA was classified should have been a red flag for the other characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Claire should have been like, "Why the fuck am I not allowed to know this? Because I'm the one running the park."
Yeah.
And then another thing I want to bring about the Indominus Rex, when you mentioned the thermal thing, I just realized there's a scene where Chris Pratt is like hiding underneath like the Jeep or whatever. He covers himself in gas and inside his scent. And I just remembered, it can sense heat. You shouldn't have been able to like sense Chris Pratt's
I mean, I would
heat.
assume the car is also hot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus, it didn't look under the car,
That's
so
true.
Yeah,
Okay.
its eyes didn't get that.
Okay. I was just gonna say like, would that be?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to see through the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how thermal.
I imagine
Yeah,
the car would have
it's
been
strange.
hot enough that it would have been fucking this is a car.
All right, then.
One other thing I want to bring up before we do our ratings, a Jimmy Fallon cameo.
Oh my god.
That was just a little much.
It was like I understand like
It was funny.
It was funny, but like, and I get why you're trying to make it like more real world, you know, like make it seem like the park actually exists. You'd have like
We should
this,
clarify. Jimmy Fallon plays like a what do you call him? Like
like a safety video.
he's
and
the person in the safety video telling you how to work the gyrosphere.
Yeah, except he's smashing everything in the lab, like he's being
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon in
Yeah,
the
like,
science lab.
It's meant to be like a comedic thing, like, oh, don't do this, or you end up like the
You would
jackass.
expect to see it
And
on
he's literally
SNL.
he's Jimmy Fallon.
It's not like Jimmy Fallon playing a character. It's fucking Jimmy Fallon
He's
playing
Jimmy
Jimmy
Fallon being Jimmy Fallon, who's recording a safety video for the gyrosphere.
I think
Which,
the
by
thing
the way,
that-
we need a gyrosphere ride at Universal now.
We do need
Get on that.
Universal, I know you're watching. I know you're subscribed. Get on it. Also, give me my fucking baby breath. You start to have a little kid hug it. That's adorable. That's your promo pic. Get on it. You're sitting on a gold 9 here. You're shitting on it right now. But don't make an Indominus Rex. Fucking don't make that.
Alright, I'm adding a new pro to the list. Baby Triceratops gets wrecked by Indominus.
Oh my god.
Or no, not Indominus, the pterodactyls.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Oh,
Like,
just because Matt's so
They
excited about
fucking
these
picked it
baby
up on a damn
dinosaurs.
saddle.
Also, the Mesosaur. How great was that?
Oh my god.
Mesosaur OP plus nerf.
Okay, and the other thing is I wanted like
Deus Ex Mechasaur.
when they had the
Best.
fucking when they had the risers or whatever the bleachers
went
go
under,
down.
yeah.
I was kind of like I think I'd be a little like fucking freaked out.
Yeah, I was telling Matt, I'm like, oh,
no,
I'd be
I'd be
done.
on board.
Like if it started going down, I believe.
Well, if I'm already in splash zone within range of this thing, I'm okay with being lowered down to see it underwater.
Like I don't think glass is gonna save us if it's like, oh, what the fuck's that? And just
Oh
like,
look, food.
swims at you. I'm like, nope.
I mean, to be fair, after that ending, we kind of know that the Mesosaur can like fling itself up on the land a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
So there's people in the splash.
The
that probably
Mesosaur
wouldn't see it.
killing the Indominus was like. I didn't think it would happen, but
That
as soon
entire-
as
as
the
soon as it
Indominus
set up.
got-
I thought like the T-Rex and the Velociraptor were gonna like knock it into the water, and then it was gonna get. I knew the Mesosaur was gonna be evolved somehow.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting them to bring the Mesosaur to.
I didn't even think about it until we got to the scene where the
Yeah.
T-Rex like pushes it
Yeah.
to where the
Yeah.
water is, and I'm like,
Yeah, no.
oh shit.
It just kept escalating. I was like, T-Rex, oh no, T-Rex is getting nasty. You can't kill a T-Rex. And I was like, ah, and you just see Blue running there like a fucking like warrior coming in to say they're like, fuck yeah, Blue, and then they start fighting.
Jumps
and
on
then,
its fucking face.
and then it's like, yeah,
Who was the
Indominus,
Velociraptor?
Indominus,
Yeah.
Blue's the beta, and then they're Indominus is going. It's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, and then Mesosaur, and like, you're fish bait. And I was like, fuck yeah, that was awesome. Like, I assume.
Wait, okay, hold on. Plot twist: Jurassic World 2. Indominus Rex has gills.
Oh my. Alright! Well, fuck that, you! Well, it has cuttlefish DNA.
It does have gills.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Wu was like, yeah, we gave it cuttlefish DNA and gills, but I didn't think it'd be able to swim.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Woo!
Dr.
Alright.
Wu is a snake!
Alright.
Woo, fuck you!
Alright, let's do our ratings.
Fuck Wu.
Out of what?
Out of 10.
Out of
17.
dinosaur dicks.
Dinosaur dicks.
I don't think that this is of the caliber of the first Jurassic Park movie, but just because the first Jurassic Park movie is Jurassic Park.
It's such a high press.
like one of the best movies ever, right? So like if Jurassic Park is going to be like a 10 and that's like how we're rating it, I would give Jurassic World like a 9.
Yeah. I would agree. I would say, oh yeah, like 8.5, 9, even 9.5, anywhere within that range. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I'd say like 8 or 8.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 8. It was just some of the whole family stuff they tried to push in there. It was like, okay, I see you're trying to reach an audience, but you're trying a little too hard, friends. Yeah, if they had like cut out some of the stuff we suggested they removed, it probably would be a 9 for me. But yeah,
And it had more Jeff Goldblum in it. He had a cameo on the cover of his book. It's only there for like 3 seconds and it's blurry. Not enough for me.
I don't think you could convince him to ever set foot on another dinosaur island ever.
Probably not. After 1 and 2, he's probably like,
fuck this, I'm done.
You want me to go do, your park?
He's gonna write another book for Jurassic World 2.
It's called
Why You Don't Fuck with the Genetics of the T-Rex.
Fuck Isla Newbar.
Yeah.
Fuck this place.
It's just
fuck John
titled
Hammond.
Stop.
Stop.
Cut the shit.
Stop. Period.
It's just a pamphlet. It's not even a book. It's just stop.
You just open up.
They just open it up. It's 1 page. Stop making dinosaurs.
The title is, how to safely mess with dinosaur DNA. Open up. Don't.
It's a flow chart. Are you John Hammond? Yes. No. Stop.
Yeah.
Get your name changed.
All right.
Oh,
well, there you go.
else.
That's our Jurassic World review.
That's Jurassic World. I mean, I recommend it if you like Jurassic Park. I think you'll like this movie. It has a lot in it for people who like the original. Even has some shit in it for people who haven't seen Jurassic Park.
If you just want to watch dinosaurs throw it in, you gotta watch this movie.
You gotta sit through like people being idiots, but like I think it's worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
And if you want to see people getting just fucking massacred by the Indominus, like you're gonna like it. Like I liked it. So yeah, that's it for this review. We'll see you guys next time with whatever movie we review next. So
I vote a Serbian film.
we're not doing a Serbian film.
I vote something more family friendly than that. I vote Inside Out, maybe.
Inside, maybe. I mean, if we could see it, but yeah. Yeah, dinosaurs. Chris Pratt, fucking wasted Judy Greer. So.
Matt, where'd you get that shirt?
I got it on eBay.
You don't think that's in maybe Forte's?
No, I get people that I ship them out over again.
You just put it on
Fuck Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard like kissing at one point. I'm like, now is not the fucking time. There are fucking dinosaurs flying around.
everywhere. You can't be doing this right
You
now.
can't be doing this shit right now. Get horny at a different time.
It was in the moment though.
She's immune.
She used a fucking
Stop
gun.
with the cheating on Gamora. What are you doing?
She's immune to your pelvic sorcery, Chris Pratt. Back away. Back away.
Oh god.
Stay. Fucking cup. Are we still rolling? Yeah, light this.
Oh no! The
Oh.
camera's floating. It's
Okay,
haunted.
bring the camera over. I'm
Stupid.
gonna show this on camera. Okay, this stain here, it looks like Australia. Does it not? It looks like fucking Australia.
I award you some points.
Jake, you son of a bitch! You selected Australia. Or at least part. No, oh no, now the kangaroos,
He
now the kangaroos
he,
are drowning, now the dingoes are gonna go babies!
You wiped out Isla Nublar.
Jake! Now the T-Rex is gone!
Oh, sorry.
Jake! Zach, the baby Triceratopses!
Maybe it has gills.
No!
Baby Triceratops.
Little finger, no! That's what we need. A crosser.
Little finger?
A
No,
or
not Land Before Time.
Little foot, not little finger.
Not
Fuck.
Land Before Time. No.
I'm fine.
All right, we're done here.